Alrighty, look at this big thing. It's just massive, this chassis. It's awesome. If you want one of your own, click the link below to Fanhome. Also, click the link below to my Amazon link where I get all my tools and supplies and all my great screwdrivers. And, the Buy Me a Coffee link if you want to chip in, or the Super Thanks button if you want to help the channel out, paying for supplies, beer, I don't know, both. We got stage 51 here. I've got the PDF instructions up. And because I have them on a nice big 27-inch monitor, and they're zoomed in because, well, I had LASIK and I'm 45, so up close reading tiny things, not so great anymore. But we got this huge piece of metal here. Great big hunkin' chunk of metal. And more turtle death. Let's just chuck that off into the ether. And what are we doing here? This should be fairly straightforward. We have two types of screws, APs and CMs. So we're just going to put this down on here, like so. Very nice. And I've been warming my screw lube. Screw lube. I'm sure that's the name of a product at adult toy store of some form. Oh dear, Ian. Oh, sorry, children. Yes, we're back. Okay, let's get some screws out here. These little CMs, and we're gonna get them into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 holes here. So just remember to just tap the tip of your screw in the lube before you start screwing it in. It helps if you line the part up correctly. There's probably going to be some flexing and fidgeting with some of these, just a little bit, because it is die cast. But yeah, we should get those all in and be right back. Okay, alrighty, our plate's screwed in. Very nice. Now we're going to take our mufflers and this pipe, the inside, this hole should be towards the inside of the chassis, and these two studs should face up. And we're going to get them lined up with their little positions right there, and then two AP screws in here and here. Same thing for the other side. Let me knock it out. Be right back. Alrighty. I've also pulled the fuel line through underneath the chassis rail and just shoved it in that hole for now, just to hold on to it. It'll be in its final resting place once we have, I guess, I don't know if I guess the fuel tank still needs to go under there. So yeah, we're off to the next issue, which will be 52. Let's pull up 52. Zoom, zoom, zoom. And page down. Oh. Yeah, I honestly wasn't the hugest fan, like the hugest Batman fan, back when I was a little kid. But I always saw the reruns of the original Batman TV show. And I just loved the Batmobile. It was just so cool. I guess I had a thing for George Barris designs when I was young. I didn't even know it. Let's grab 52. I'm more of a fan of all the gadgets and the tech and all that stuff. I love gadgets. I saw a stupid gadget recently. For $400, you can make your own almond milk at home, not including the almonds. And I went, honey, how much is a half a gallon of almond milk these days? She's like, like $3 or $4. And I'm like, how many gallons would you have to make before this thing paid itself off? I was like, well, how many almonds is it used to make a half a gallon of almond milk? And you Google that, and then you're like, how much is that many almonds cost? And then you Google that, and you're like, this thing will never save me money and never give me any convenience because it looks like a horrible process. Don't make your own almond milk at home. That sounded weird, but yeah, no, I don't know. I see things, I get curious. We got our rear wheel well liners. Goodbye, plastic. Okay, we have right and left. Right. That's right. We got there. Then we got left. Look at me, remembering my rights and lefts like I'm 7. There we go. And we're just gonna cinch these down with 3 CM screws for each one, and I will be back in a sec. Okie dokie. Wheel wells in. I was tightening really hard on this one. I started to crack it a little. They're fine when they're not moving. You know, you don't need to. They are plastic parts, these wheel well liners. If the whole car was 100% die-cast metal, I already would not be able to lift it. Just mention die-cast metal tires. I don't know. Run flats, that's for sure. Here we go. So we got stage 53 here, which is the battery box and the power switch. Looks fairly self-explanatory here. We've got some screws, and we've got more. Well, that's a small little piece of plastic. That'll just go in the regular garbage bag. CM and CP screws. Alrighty. Let's see what we're doing here. This has some information about Mr. Freeze from the TV show. My God. Were they hokey looking back then? I swear. I love it. It's like, you know, the A-Team. And I love the A-Team van. And I really loved the A-Team. And I tried to rewatch the A-Team recently. It was not easy. I'm just putting away my spare screw here. Man, Knight Rider. Love Knight Rider. Mostly the car, though. I mean, it's always the car. It's my favorite part of any of those shows is always the vehicles. You know, Street Hawk with the motorcycle, which honestly looks really bad now. Knight Rider, Magnum PI, of course. Hardcastle and McCormick. The Fall Guy. Oh, man. They just keep coming. I mean, obviously, Airwolf. Oh, my God. One of you Partworks companies, please, for all that is holy, come out with an Airwolf Partwork. I really want it. I love everything Fanhome comes out with. All these crazy, cool things. But I'm like, could we please, oh, please, just a Nighthawk. I mean, not a Nighthawk, an Airwolf. We got to put a couple of CM screws to hold this switch in. And then, sorry, CM screws for the switch, then CP screws for the battery box. And the battery box, we want the red thing over here, the black thing over here, and it's going to go right down on there with 4 CP screws. 1 second, please. Alrighty, all screwed down and nowhere to go. There we go. We got stage 54. We have a speaker. Ooh, sound effects. Hello. Let's see here. Fun. Okay, so we have our speaker, which is clearly going to go there. A couple of CM screws, a speaker hold down bracket, and a battery door. Perfect. Nice and simple. Plastic in the garbage. And, unbending wires. Oh, one of my joys in life. I'm gonna throw the speaker in there probably just for now. Let's see what we're doing first. Looks like, yes, we are putting the speaker in there, just like so. And then we're gonna take the hold down and put that right over there, and 2 CM screws in those 2 holes. 1 second, please. Okay, so our speaker screwed in, battery door is there, and we've got our 3 AAA sockets there. I'm going to throw some nice fresh Duracell Optimums in there, whatever the hell that means. All I know is they were very expensive. Then we're going to snap on the battery door, and there we go. You could also use a AAA battery eliminator kit with variable voltage to put out 4.5 volts. So I'll show you one of those right now. Got it right here. Okay, so I got this on Amazon. If you go to my Amazon link below, it's in my tools and supplies or something. Wife's texting me, probably because she can't reach something that's up high. So this comes with a whole bunch of dummy batteries and a little fob, I guess, a little spudger tool. And it is variable voltage. So what we would do for this model is we would set it to like 4.5 volts or 5 volts. And you put this in one of the slots, and then you fill the others with dummy batteries. And you might just put a notch in your battery door underneath to let it go through, but then you don't need to worry about AAA batteries sitting in there and leaking, or running out. So yeah, this is a great option to keep in mind for things. I'm likely going to use this for this model since I do have that extra little thing that I'm doing for the beacon. So we got that there. There we go, very nice. Aha. Battery eliminator. And they come for all sizes, so if there's also like a AA, you get a AA battery eliminator. It'll be a very similar setup to that. So there's a Pit Stains tip of the day for you. Not many of those. So that's it for 54. Let's go to 55 and open that PDF up. I honestly, I prefer the PDFs to like using the paper manuals. I just do. It's I just find it easier. I like them, and I could put them on a big screen and make them like quadruple the size of the little tiny manuals. It's like 300 or 400% bigger on my computer monitor when I zoom in all the way. So it's really nice. Okay, 55. We have the brains. We have the back computer here. Well, not quite, but we have the main PCB circuit board for the model. Let's see what we got here. Okay, there's our little board. Quite a few plugs on there. Lots of features. I scratched my cuticle before, apparently. That's probably gonna lay down somewhere in this real estate. And then we've got bundled wire and a little wire there and some CP screws. So we're likely just going to be screwing all of that down, and we might be able to do a power test here, which is why I put the batteries in. So bear with me a minute. I'll be right back. Okie dokie. So this is screwed down. The light is, there we go. Oh, look at that. I got to put some diffusion over my overheads, I think, because it just blows out the camera. But as you can see, A and D are at this end, and H and F are at that end at the back, and we got our 4 CP screws in there. So now what we're going to do is we're going to plug in this really long harness, which is likely the headlights. And let me zoom back out a bit here. There we go. Back to the mess. And that will go in here. So D goes into D. Surprisingly understandable. Time for the glasses. Let's see. Let's look at the pins. Make sure the pins are facing the right way. So you don't force those things in there. If they feel like, I don't want to go in there, you probably got it backwards. Or you're going to flip it around and feel like it still doesn't want to go in, and then you still got it backwards. And then you flip it back around and realize you had it the right way the first time. Kind of like a USB cable. Usually USB-A or micro USB or mini USB. Thank God for USB-C. Oh, man, really. Okay, and the lead from this is going to go forward. The lead from the power switch is going to go right here into A, because that's marked A. And then then the battery box cable is going to go into B. So I've already got a plan, I think, for how I'm going to power my roll bar additions. I'm probably going to tap off of one of these circuits on this wire right here and add a small JST connector so that I can route that wire from the hoop down into the chassis and power it right off of this wire. I think that's what we're gonna do. But now we've got everything plugged in. I think. Nope. Got to put a C into this one right. Yeah. There we go. So it's pretty simple. And on to the last pack of parts for this shipment is stage 56. Let's get down past all the paraphernalia and editorial content, which is good. And we're going to be building the remote control. So it's RF, obviously, because there's no infrared receiver on this thing. I'm going to take these glasses off for now. Move the pit stain bat phone out of the way. Cut this fella open. Okay. And we've got a remote control to build. That should be it. I need a CR2032 battery. So let me go find one of those real quick and I'll be right back. Okay. Got a CR2032. Amazon Basics. Unlike the Duracell, these don't have as much of a bitter coating. You could lick a battery like this. They're supposed to have like a child-proof bitter taste coating. Don't ask me why I'm licking batteries. It just said bitter coating, and I was like, how bitter could it be? I was like, oh, it's nasty. So we're gonna take our remote face, and we want to have the volume buttons at the top and the power button at the top. If you flip that upside down, you're gonna think something's wrong with your model. So we do that, and we've got those in there. And now we're gonna take our circuit board, and it'll only go in one way, which is like this. There we go. I think that might be the antenna, technically. And then we're gonna put the back on it. And this should just, battery door down at the bottom there, this should just snap together. Okay. And then we have our battery tray. Let's see. The CR2032 battery will go in. So you got that lip up there. I'm going to put it face down. So positive is up. We're going to slide this in. Wait a second. Why are you giving me... Okay. Why are you giving me trouble? My battery? Doesn't seem to want to sit down. Let's see here. Did I put it in? Oh, I might have put the battery in upside down. There we go. Might need just a tiny touch of glue. Either way, we'll hold it together for now. If I need to glue it, I will. Whatever. It's not a big deal. Okay. And let's see. The result is we have a remote. It doesn't say anything about testing yet, but I'm going to go ahead and power the car on. We're going to see if that does anything. Let's get our headlights over here. Let's do the engine start. Anything? Horn, satellite, lights, anything? Go this way. Power on. Oh. Oh. Turbines to power. got headlights. Cool. Okay, well that'll be the light on the top there. I'm not sure if that's going to put out enough voltage. There's a radar dish. Turn signals. Okay. Not sure. Some of these, I mean, obviously some of these things aren't hooked up yet. And powered off. And there we go. She's off. Okay. So that works. Let me just clip back on here. So that all works. Cool. Awesome. Fantastic. So the headlights work. The sound effects are working. So other than that, it's just not clipping in really well. It's a snap together part. They might have wanted to include a screw possibly, but honestly, you could just glue it together. It's fine. I don't think you're ever going to need to take it apart. If it ever dies, it's done for anyway. But yeah, I would just throw maybe a little crazy glue or something in there and clamp it down, which we will do. Actually, I am going to use some less clouding glue, Tamiya extra thin cement, and I'm just gonna smear a little in here, and then clamp her down. One of my DeWalt clamps. Yeah, that'll be fine. Okay, so that being said, otherwise, really went easy this pack of parts. Everything fit together beautifully. Everything works, so that's great. And hey, again, if you want your own 66 Batmobile, link below. Fanhome, check them out. A lot of other cool stuff going on there. We're also building their Ecto 1, which is going to be the only thing bigger and heavier than this, I think, that I've ever built. And the Megazord, and it is awesome. And we do have a secret squirrel project coming up soon on the channel. I don't know if anyone's noticed the subtle new decoration on my workbench or not, but yes, that's happening. And it's going to be cooler than you think. Okay, so either way, thank you very much for coming. Thanks for watching. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. Super thanks if you want. Amazon links, buy me a coffees, whatever, all the BS. I got to do it. I guess. I don't know. I don't have to do any of this. I like to do it. That's really it. I like to do it. So either way, thanks for joining me. I'll see you guys next time. Adios, everybody.